Design Theory has been around since 2014, family run and operated. We manage every aspect of the quality control ourselves. All the vendors that we use goes through rigorous quality control as well. And as a standard, we top stitch all of our upholstery, which means like you sew it twice. So you're not going to have it like come apart at the seams. Those are the little details that customers might not know or understand, but those are the details that makes furniture made in High Point different from furniture you might get overseas. Our collection's made mostly for the design trade. We set up this showroom as a design kind of places where designers could come and hang out and work on their different projects that they may have. We mostly focus on sofas and chairs and upholstered beds, banquettes, but we also import frames from Italy for dining chairs. I am collaborating with Krabbit because they have a lot of different luxury brands within the umbrella, and I love Krabbit fabric, so we offer that. Or our designers could just do COM. I am partnering with a great Italian manufacturer. They are stocking some of their products in High Point, and so you can just go there and purchase different leather hides, and there's no minimum or anything. The reason I partner with this leather company is that their leather is extremely easy to work with. It tailors really well.
You allow designers to come in here and do what kind of customization?
They can do customization with sizes, especially with banquettes. That's something that we could do easily. Another thing that we could do is we offer very short lead time, 3 to 4 weeks. But if you have a very urgent project, you can talk to me and I could try to get it out like a week, 2 weeks. We have a full control of our lead time because we do everything in-house.